Have you ever noticed that the more disconnected from nature we become, the more anxious, restless, and emotionally numb we feel? We wake up in a rush, scroll through endless feeds, sit inside all day under artificial lights, commute through concrete jungles, and fall asleep to the glow of a screen, and still wonder why we're not okay. The truth is harsh, but simple. We've become strangers to our own biology. Depression is not just a chemical imbalance, it's also a spiritual and environmental imbalance, a silent scream from your body, your nervous system, your soul, begging for reconnection. Let's talk facts. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, over 21 million American adults have experienced at least one major depressive episode in the last year. That's more than 1 in every 13 adults. Among teenagers, the numbers are even worse, with over 17% of U.S. youth reporting symptoms of depression and nearly 1 in 3 teenage girls saying they've seriously considered suicide. We live in the most technologically advanced civilization in human history. Yet, we are the most anxious, isolated, and medicated generation to ever walk the earth. What changed? We stopped walking on the earth, literally. We don't touch the ground anymore. We don't smell the soil. We don't feel the wind. We've insulated ourselves from nature, and now we're paying the price. There's a powerful concept gaining traction in both science and alternative wellness: grounding, or earthing. The idea is simple: direct physical contact with the earth, like walking barefoot, gardening with your hands, or sitting on grass, restores the body's natural electrical balance. It's not woo-woo. A review of studies published in the Journal of Environmental and Public Health concluded that grounding can reduce inflammation, improve sleep, decrease cortisol, and enhance heart rate variability, all key indicators of emotional and physical well-being. And here's what's wild: the Earth's surface has a mild negative charge, and our bodies accumulate positive charges through exposure to electronics, pollution, and stress. Touching the Earth helps to neutralize that imbalance, like plugging into a battery that recharges you from the ground up. But modern life keeps us unplugged. We walk on rubber soles. We sit on plastic chairs. We live on the 3rd floor of concrete buildings. We drive to work and back, rarely touching soil with our own hands. Yet our ancestors lived differently. Let me take you back. Imagine a tribe in the Pacific Northwest 300 years ago. No clocks, no alarms, no deadlines. They woke with the sun, fished in rivers, walked barefoot on moss-covered trails. Children played in the dirt. Elders meditated by firelight. And today, we sit inside and ask our doctors why we can't sleep. Something doesn't add up. But it's not just ancient tribes. Even now, some communities live closer to nature, and the difference is real. Studies on the Amish population in Pennsylvania show significantly lower rates of depression, anxiety, and attention disorders. Why? They live simple lives. They spend more time outside. They maintain physical activity, connection, and rhythm with the seasons. They're not immune to hardship, but they are grounded, literally and emotionally. Here's a modern example. Carmen, 44, from Atlanta. Marketing executive, always on. One morning she collapsed at work. Panic attack, total burnout. She spent 3 days in the hospital. No phone, no work, no rush. Discharged, she took a week off. Her doctor recommended walks outside. No headphones, just walk. So she went to Piedmont Park. First day, 10 minutes. Second day, 20. By the end of the week, she left her shoes in the car. Carmen started walking barefoot in the grass. At first it felt weird, then peaceful, then addictive. Today, she leads weekend silent walks in nature for women in her community. She says, "When my feet hit the earth, my mind comes home." You don't need to escape to the mountains. You don't need to build a cabin. You don't need to be a forest monk. You just need to return to your senses. Let me show you how, no matter where you live. Reclaim your ground. Find one spot of nature you can access regularly. A park, a patch of grass, a garden, even a balcony with plants. Go there, daily. Touch the ground. Take your shoes off. Wishu. Get your hands dirty. Plant something. Mint, tomatoes, basil, succulents. Feel the soil. Water it. Watch it grow. You're not just growing plants, you're growing presence. Disconnect to reconnect. Turn off your phone for 15 minutes each day. Step outside, look around, smell the air, listen to the wind. Let the nervous system breathe. Water is medicine. Visit a lake, a river, the ocean. If that's not possible, shower without distractions. Let water be a ritual. We are 70% water. Treat it with reverence. 5. Touch trees. Yes, seriously. Hug a tree. Lean on it. Sit by it. Trees emit phytoncides, airborne chemicals that reduce stress hormones and boost immunity. This is proven in Japanese forest bathing therapy, Shinrin-yoku, now endorsed by doctors worldwide. And now, let's come back to your heart. When was the last time you truly felt your body, not through exercise but through stillness? When did you last breathe deeply, not to calm a panic attack, but because the air felt alive? When did you last lie in the grass just being? There's no badge for overwork, no medal for burnout, and no cure for depression that ignores the soul. Now let me share one final story. Richard, 70, from Colorado Springs, a retired mechanic, widowed, estranged from his kids, fell into a deep depression. Didn't leave the house for months. Then one day he saw a flyer at the grocery store. Community garden volunteers needed. He showed up, didn't speak to anyone, just weeded. Second week, someone brought coffee. Third week, he smiled. Fourth week, he brought tomato seedlings. 6 months later, Richard leads Saturday morning gardening classes for teens. He says, "I thought I was alone. Turns out the earth never left me." Maybe you're like Richard. Maybe you're like Carmen. Maybe you've forgotten that healing isn't always a pill. Sometimes it's a patch of grass. If this message touched something in you, don't scroll away. Subscribe, leave a comment. I choose to reconnect. Share this with someone who needs to remember they belong. Because in a world that keeps you running, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is stand still, barefoot, and come home to yourself. Your health is not in a bottle. It's not in a screen. It's not in the next achievement. It's in the earth beneath you, waiting, quietly, patiently, powerfully, waiting for you to return.